Welcome back. Previously we were discussing about e raised to minus m, and we just dealt with some of the cases that may come across while dealing with some of the problems in continuous compounding, and I hope you all are aware about how to find the value. So let's deal with some of the cases that come under continuous compounding. Question: a person deposits rupees 5,000 in a bank which pays interest of 11% per annum compounded continuously. How much amount will be in his account after 10 years? So it's a usual question. A person deposits certain sum of money and pays interest of 11% per annum compounded continuously. So you need to deal with the equation for computing continuous compounding case. How much amount will be in his account after 10 years? So rate is given, time is given, principal amount is given, you need to find the annual value. So let's extract the details given in the question. Here the principal amount is 5,000, rate is 11%. Remember, as per the equation we are using a letter I means interest. Interest means 11%. Here rate and interest we can use synonymously, but usually you will use like this: R is 11%, I is 11 by 100, which can be written as 0.11. So remember, I equal to 0.11. In continuous compounding case, you need to represent R and I as follows. And finally, N is the time taken. N is 10 years. So here I is 0.11 and N is 10. Therefore, M equal to I into N, which we have dealt in the previous slides, where the step for computing the equation as per the continuous compounding case. There we have discussed the value of how to find M, and M is the product of I and N. So remember that step. In continuous compounding you need to find M. M is simple, you just need to multiply interest with time. Next one. We know that as per the continuous compounding case, the equation is annual amount equal to principal amount into e raised to m. Remember, it is e raised to m. And what is the difference between e raised to minus m and e raised to m? There is a difference. E raised to minus means m is the table value computation as per the mathematical rule. For the computation as per this case, regarding business point of view, we can't use that minus table computation. We need actual values. That's why we are using a equal to p into e raised to m. Remember that concept, because we solely depend upon business point of view. That's why we are using like that. So the details given are p equal to 5,000 and I equal to 0.11, n equal to 10. So you need to find m. And next, here it is, we have discussed now e raised to m. For the computation purpose, we need to change the sign of m. And remember how to find or how to change the sign of m. The simple method is that, as per the computation or the metric or method of finding the value of e raised to minus m from the table, you just follow as per that schedule. And finally, whenever you find the value of the certain number as per the table, just do one thing, very simple: e raised to minus m equal to 1 divided by whatever value or table value which you have computed. It's quite simple. Just find the value from the table and do like this: 1 divided by that certain value, you will get e raised to plus m. This is done solely for the computation purpose. So remember, equation is a equal to p into e raised to m. That is for the computation. This from business point of view, you need to do with, or you need to follow this equation. So for the computation purpose, e raised to m is used instead of minus m. It's quite simple to find the value of m. There is a separate table for finding the value of e raised to m. There is a separate table, but as per your syllabus and for the details given in your text, you need to do like this. There is a separate table for finding e raised to m. In that case, just directly find the value and you can use the same value in the computation. But since we have been dealing with the case where e raised to minus m, you need to change its value, negative property, to its positive property. and finding the value of positive property is e raised to m equal to 1 divided by e raised to minus m. Okay. Where we found that m is I into n, that is 0.11 into 10, you will get 1.1. So e raised to minus 1.1, here written e raised to minus 1.1 because we are using or finding the value of e raised to 1.1 as per the minus table. That's why we are using here e raised to minus 1.1. As per the table, e raised to minus 1.1, the value is 0.3329. I hope you know how to find the value of e raised to minus 1.1. Just go through the table. If you have any doubt, just contact me. Okay. Since it is in the minus property, you need to change the sign of it. For changing the sign, it's quite simple. E raised to m, we need e raised to m for the computation. We have e raised to minus m. So just divide 1 divided by e raised to minus m, you will get e raised to m equal to 1 divided by 0.3329, that is 3.0042. Now substitute the same in this equation. A equal to p into e raised to m, where p equal to 5000, 5000 into 3.0042, you will get 15021. In the question you are asked to find how much money the concerned person will get at the end of the 10th year is 15,021. This is how you are going to deal or face with a question that is solely dependent upon compounding continuously concept. It's quite simple. Just you need to remember that the equation is this one, and remember to change the sign. Instead of for changing the sign, you need to do this step, where e raised to m equal to 1 divided by e raised to minus m. And first and last but not the least, you need to be very cautious and thorough with finding the value of a certain number as per the table. Okay, let's try some other cases relating to same aspect. Another one, the interest is compounded continuously in a bank. To get rupees 100 after 3 years, what should I deposit in the bank if the bank rate of interest is 8%? It's a continuous compounding concept. To get rupees 100 after 3 years, you mean at the end of the third year, you need to get 100 rupees. For that, how much amount should I deposit in the bank if the interest rate is 8%? Okay, I hope you understand the concept. Here in this case, you need to find P. So let's extract the details given in the question. Here A equal to 100 because we are asked to find if I deposit a certain sum of money, by the end of 3 years I will get 100. So you need to find the amount which I should deposit previously to the third year. Okay, next one, R is 8 and I is equal to 0.08. You need to do like this, R equal to 8 and I equal to 0.08. 0.08 means 8 by 100, you will get 0.08 and n equal to 3, and you need to find m. So m minus m equal to I into 1n. Here minus m or plus m, it doesn't matter. The concept is that you need to find the value as per the table, and in order to change the negative property, you need to divide 1 divided by a certain number as per the computation from the table. Okay, m equal to m or minus m equal to I into 1, where I equal to 0.08 into 3, you get 0.24. Now the equation is A equal to P into e raised to m. Here it is plus m, and you need to find the value of 0.24 as per the table. So as per the table, here the value is A equal to 100 and P into e raised to m, and P equal to 100 divided by e raised to m, and we all know the value, how to find the value of e raised to m. E raised to m equal to 1 divided by e raised to minus m, and P equal to 100 into e raised to minus m, because e raised to m equal to 1 divided by e raised to minus m. So 100 divided by 1 divided by e raised to minus m can be written as 100 into e raised to minus m, because here e raised to m equal to 1 divided by e raised to minus m. So if we substitute this part in this equation, there will be a fraction above the fraction. So in order to remove one fraction, we will change its position, that is 100 into e raised to minus m. That's how the sign has changed. We just substituted the same in this equation. And finally 100 into e raised to minus 0.24, here it is 0.24. Go for the table, find the value e raised equal to e raised to minus 0.24, that value is 0.7867. Substitute the same here, 100 into 0.7867. And in this step you may find it confusing that previously we did that as per the table you will find a value, and before substituting in the equation you need to divide 1 divided by this table, this table value. But in this case we did that. Here 100 divided by e raised to m, instead of e raised to m, we just substituted this part directly to the equation. So in the equation now it is e raised to minus m instead of e raised to m. Just see that here it is 100 divided by e raised to m, but after substituting the same in the equation, the position and the sign also changed. So in this case you need not have to divide 1 divided by this table value for the computation. You can do directly the table value to the equation. I hope you understand the mathematical concept. So you will get principal amount 78.67. So as per the details given in the question, I should deposit 78 rupees 67 paise in the bank, so that after 3 years at 8% continuous compounding I will get 100 rupees. That was the concept of this question. You may find this one quite confusing because we did something which we haven't discussed or dealt in the previous session. It's simple mathematical logic. Just go through it. If you have any doubts, just contact me. Okay, that's all for today. We will discuss about the further cases in the coming sessions. Thank you.